Sup Tinker, Space Bandit here with another episode of World of Tanks, and yeah, finally got to start grinding this tank line. The M-whatever-Y line. That's... I don't know when this came in, like I logged into the game recently and I saw this line was active. I saw a lot of these tanks on the battlefield. I'm like, okay, you know what? Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll just get back to grinding things. I don't know, guys. To be honest, I did enjoy at least tier 6, I would say. I think tier 6, this Pawlack tank is quite nice in this line at this tier. There's nothing really that stands out, I would say, when it comes to, you know, anything specific on this tank. I think it's just just a good all-arounder, like any American tank, right? So it has a bit of armor, it has decent gun, you know, like not super accurate, but decent. And when you get top gun on this tank, you get 240 alpha, which is actually very nice at tier 6. 240 alpha with penetration. I don't remember, but penetration is not gonna be a problem for you penetrating anything. Maybe, you know, tier 8s. If you're facing tier 8s, and even if you load premium rounds, you might have problem. One thing that I did notice on the premium rounds, which are APCR, there's significant drop-off in penetration over distance. You're losing, like, I think 30 millimeters of penetration over 500, which is quite significant, so keep that in mind. But yeah, I had some pretty nice games in this tank, and in this situation here, we're trying to support our KV-1, making sure that we get damage. We knew he was gonna die eventually, because look at the opposition, they have so many tanks in this corner. But this was the time when I was trying to test the armor of this tank and to see if it holds up at its own tier. And I think it does, guys. Like, if you play this tank at top tier, you can utilize that armor quite well. So that's what we're gonna do in this game, and it shows off how good this tank can be, especially when facing tier 6 and below. So we're gonna hold this corner with a couple of tanks over here. We have KV-1, he's already gone, and now VK-36 showed up. So we're gonna try to defend this corner while he's attacking the other corner. To be honest, like, I did not expect to survive in this situation in this game, because like we were so overwhelmed. I was pretty sure that we're gonna die quickly, but look how much this tank can bounce. This is crazy. And I actually think KV-1 actually it wasn't KV-1, was it captured KV-1. He was firing premium rounds at me as well, so I was slightly angled and I was able to bounce quite a lot of shells from him. And so that's what I'm talking about when it comes to bouncing shots with this tank. Now we're gonna engage this Boilermaker, and pretty much I just wanted to see whether I can kill him with my rate of fire, or is he gonna kill me? You know, Boilermaker has very good gun with very good penetration, quick reload, right? So this is kind of... It shows how good Pawlack is. Like, you can actually brawl it out with Boilermaker or some of the tanks that have pretty good rate of fire, right? So, to be honest, guys, I think this tank is beautiful at tier 6. And now we thought we have clear path, and then we noticed there's SU right over here, and we're gonna have to fight him. So at that point I was like, I gotta die, right? Like, it's impossible. There's no way I can survive here, right? But we're gonna close distance. He bounces a shot. He bounces another shot. It's like... I don't know. Like, this tank is crazy at top tier, man. I think it's pretty good. So we got away. Our friendly came to help us here, and now we're gonna try to take care of this SU, take him out of the game, and we did, just like that. We're gonna just hold here behind the rock, make sure Artie is not aiming at us. We're gonna lose 6 cents, and then we're gonna move forward. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I was kind of impressed with this tank at tier 6. I think it's really good tech tree tank. I mean, if you can get away shooting standard rounds, especially if you're on top tier. Like, I've been shooting premium here because, you know, I felt alone on this corner and I needed to make sure I pinned my shots. So, yeah, that worked out pretty good. But, yeah, you don't have to be using APCR rounds, to be honest. So now it's just race for final kills. There's T67 there. That's another thing. Look at that shot on a move. The circle is quite big, yet I'm able to aim that shot and it goes through, which is you know, I don't know. Accuracy on this gun seems pretty good to me as well. We're gonna try to shut this guy down that was targeting us early in the game. And can we take him out? Yes, we can. And let's see if we can get one more shadow damage here. We're already having a pretty nice game. We're at 3.1k damage. And because we were so close against the opposition tanks, I'm pretty sure this is gonna be an ace. It just has to be. Unless, I don't know. To be honest, I don't know how well people play this tank. But yeah, finish on top of the team. 5 kills. 3.3k damage. Yeah, I mean, quite nice game. Nothing spectacular. It's just a above average game, I would say, in this tank. And we did get an ace. Okay. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. So I have only one game in this tank for you guys, and then we're going to skip to the next battle, which would be in the M-III-Y tank, which I think I already have also upgraded with the top gun. And this game is on map Lakeville. Now, this tank I didn't enjoy. I gotta say, I didn't enjoy that much at all. I think the biggest problem with this tank is that if you get to the top gun, it's still only 240 alpha damage gun. I think that was the biggest problem for me. The armor on a turret is relatively good, but the problem is you have that big ass cupola or commander's hatch on top, and because I don't remember, like 110 millimeter cupola, like easy pennable, to be honest, but pretty much anything. So even if you're at top tier, this tank is gonna struggle, to be honest, and I think that's what this game is. We're at top tier. But yeah, if you get tier 8s or tier 9s in your battles, then yeah, good luck. I don't think this tank is good at all. I mean, if it had a little bit better alpha, if it had something like 280 alpha, which I think it should, to be honest, because once you get to tier 8, the top gun on that tank is 320, I believe. So yeah, I don't understand why this top gun is only 240, but anyway, we are gonna have a decent game here on Lakeville because we're gonna utilize this tank's turret armor, and we're gonna try to get ourselves in this aggressive position here where we're already safe, but we're able only to poke with our turret and minimize the exposure of this tank. But KV2 can pen us. I mean, not pen us, can damage us regardless. So we're gonna have to hide here. We don't want to lose HP early in the game, and we're gonna try to dish out these shots. We're just gonna try to draw these guys over the ridgeline, and hopefully we can unleash our rate of fire on this. Rate of fire on this tank. I said unleash. Well, you can't really unleash rate of fire. It's, what is it? My reload here is what, 6 seconds, I think, with my combat rations engaged. So it's not that great for 240 alpha, but yeah, that position basically is helping me do damage right here because the opposition is not paying attention to me. Well, not yet anyway. So I'm able to shoot these guys that cresting ridgeline. Now this KV2's paid attention to me, and all of a sudden, look how much HP I lost. But yeah, we're gonna try to focus this KV3, take him out of the game first. He's down already, and now we can maybe hold off these guys on the right hand side. Again, playing really cautious here because these KV2s can easily drain me in health. Luckily that guy gets taken out, and soon enough we should be able to push up and potentially get some more damage here. So yeah, we're gonna use this rock over here, but at this point anyone would be tempted to just push in, you know. I don't want to be doing that yet because my team is playing really passive, like they haven't moved much. So I'm just gonna hold this position as long as I can and get some shots of damage into these guys. Took out the Tiger 1 right there. And now our guys are pushing. And I could have pushed in with them, but at the same time I'm paying attention to the map and I'm seeing that our base is getting overwhelmed. So instead of pushing up here, I'm gonna make a decision to turn around and help with our base. I just want to get rid of some of these snipers down at J1, K1. But now that our team pretty much cleaned this up, we should be able to turn around now and go defend. So that's what we're gonna do. Come on, buddy. Get out of my way. Get out of my way. Alright, so we're sitting at what? 3.2k damage. Not much assisted. Didn't block much. Right? And then that's what it's a common theme in this tank. It seemed like I couldn't block a lot of shots for whatever reason. Now tier 8 is a little bit better with that, but we're gonna talk about tier 8 when we get there. I already have it. I played a few games in it. So we're gonna try to hit this dreadnought. Unfortunately that shot goes. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes this game is still hit and miss, man. I haven't played in a while, but like you place a shot directly in between the track to where it should penetrate, right? And it doesn't. So I mean, it's a common theme with this game ever since I left, and it seems like it's still here. I mean, if you're not being rewarded for aiming your shots properly, that's the biggest beef I have with this game. Because, especially for the players that can't aim shots really well, will never get rewarded in this game. Never. Especially if you're shooting drive wheels or in between the tracks and you expect penetrations, don't. Whatever. I don't know what I'm saying here, guys. Whatever. What I'm saying is that if you aim your shot correctly, where it should pen, but it doesn't. Anyway, this is a scary thing here. AT-15A, that guy has crazy rate of fire. So, what I probably misplayed this a bit. I tried to track him right here, I think, and try to go around him. I don't know what happened there. I probably missed my tracking shot. And then all of a sudden, because he's putting shells into me, I'm gonna try to hide and shoot his cupola. He turns very quick too, so I doubt I'll be able to go around him here. That's why tracking shot wasn't necessary, but he has rate of fire like crazy. And it seems like my armor is not working at all. And that's what I was talking about with this tank. It seems like it has a bit of armor, but in reality it doesn't. It doesn't work. So, yeah, I lost my encounter with AT-15A. But I still managed to put a few shells into him. And I think my team is gonna cap out here. Most likely. Yes, they will. So that was probably my best game in this tank, but you could see penetration marks in the turret and all, like, again, that tank is, I don't know. I did not enjoy my grind in this tank, and I think I was happy once I actually got my hands on the tier 8. Anyway, we still had a decent game, 4.4k damage, almost 4.5. We finished on top of the team with 5 kills, mastery ace tanker for this game. Yeah, some ribbons, medals, stuff like that. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. I already got my tier 8, so maybe I'll play some games in that and I'll give you my impressions on that. But that's for the next video. Alright guys, I think we'll close it up here. That's it for now. Until next time. Happy tanking. Spaceman. Check it out.